What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Football Friday edition. Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and HUDCO Roofing, HUDCOroofing.com. Hope your Friday's off to a great start. A lot going on. It is game weekend. LSU Ole Miss tomorrow. They'll be retiring Eli Manning's jersey there in Oxford. Saints, of course, on Monday Night Football, and everyone super intrigued by the coaching search. See what y'all got this morning. Fire away. Say some good mornings here. Oops. Let's share this thing on Twitter real quick. Okay. All right, so what did y'all think? Trivia Carter, good morning. Tad Page, good morning. STABA07, good morning. Tim Gotro, Jesse Brown, morning, Matt. If the Ole Miss quarterback by some chance doesn't play, is their backup any good? Matt Corral's going to play. It would be interesting to see who they use as a backup. Remember, John Rice Plumlee is still there. Baseball player, ran all over LSU a couple of years ago in the second half. But the other backup is a young guy. Hurd. Hang on. I'll tell you his name. He's attempted like 4 passes all year. Ole Miss stats. His name is Kinkead Dent. That's it. He's 2 of 4 for 7 yards on the season. Where are we? Jeffrey Bone, what's up? Tot 62 boy, what's going on? Michael Mills, Matt, hearing a lot of your work coming from other media pundits out there. You're an OG. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. You know what was cool? If y'all didn't see it, LSU basketball released a somewhat like of a trailer hype video of sorts for a season-long series they're going to do, and they used the clip of me making the Final Four prediction as the background of the team doing their off-season prep. So anyway, check it out if you haven't. It's on all their social media. It's on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all sorts of stuff. Jerry Carter's Let's Back this week. Probably not Jerry from what I understand. And the kid that they signed off the practice squad, Baltimore, like if you sign someone off the practice squad, they have to be on the active roster for 3 weeks. So now, eventually when Lutz is back, he'll just be a healthy scratch, but the Saints are going to have to carry 2 kickers at some point. Brady Smith, over under 5% chance Mike Tomlin ends up being the new LSU coach. Over 5% chance. Over 5% chance. For those that missed it, so Ryan, I missed the initial conversation, but Ryan Clark clued me in on it. So we had some fun yesterday on the show with it, but essentially, but I want to make sure I get all of it right. Gosh, dog it. I know I can find it. Hang on. Here it is. Okay. Former Bills GM Doug Whaley, who also worked with the Steelers, went on 93.7 The Fan in New York and laid out the case why Mike Tomlin should go to either LSU or USC. Ryan Clark came on AFR and talked about why it would be a phenomenal hire, which I completely agree. Like, Mike Tomlin got the Steelers job at 34 years old. He's never had a losing season in 15 years. He's 49, and somebody said, why would he leave the NFL? the one little nugget that I could share today is some of the dollar amounts that I've heard that LSU would be willing to pay for the right coach. It doesn't mean this is what they're going to pay, but what they would be willing to pay for the right coach would exceed the deal Jimbo got at A&M. So my point is, if they go with a big old bag of cash, they could make a very competitive financial offer. Don't know how much finances would play into that decision, but if they wanted to, LSU could make a very insanely competitive financial offer. Ryan Swallow was listening to Scone and T, more on board with the Mel Tucker possibility after hearing y'all talk about him being as meticulous as Nick Saban, plus Mel's history with Nick. You know, Ryan, I mean, candidly, I've said this before too, like, I don't know a lot about Mel Tucker. I mean, I know he was at Bama. I mean, I know he was here in 2000. I know he was at Georgia and was at Colorado. I mean, I know his history. I just haven't watched a ton or talked to him or know. So the more I dig around the sort of coaching profession, the more impressed I am that he's very, very well respected. He can recruit his T. Heine off. Brian Thomas, good morning. Roy Holofield, good morning. If Dent is the quarterback this weekend, we're screwed. I must be an Ole Miss fan. Jay Deloney, what's up? Rap in batches, what's up? Ron Swanson, Matt, any rumors or names we can eliminate from the coaching search? I think if you're just talking about rumors, I think you could eliminate Brian Kelly. I think you can eliminate Luke Fickell. I'll tell you, there's been pushback with both Franklin and Tucker. Apparently, the first conversation with Franklin did not go well, or Franklin's people. And the pushback from Mel Tucker is he's moved a lot. I mean, he went from being at Georgia, in 2018, Colorado in 2019, then he was in Colorado for less than a year, and then Michigan State now for 2 seasons. But he just took the Michigan State job in March of 2020, like when the pandemic hit. So he's been in Michigan State for less than 2 years. So some of what I've heard as far as pushback from Tucker is that he may not want to move again. But if you turn down LSU, brother, I mean, you in Michigan State, you turn down LSU if they offer it. All right, Facebook, like the page, share the post. YouTube, do me a favor, smash that like button. But 74 watching, only 16 likes. Let's get that number up. Thank you. Brock Rock and Wine, a week from Saturday. Get your tickets, brortho.com. Of course, hudcoroofing.com. hudcoroofing.com.
When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone and Terrio. All you need is Hudco. Call Hudco Roofing. 364-1007.
Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Steve Colson, what's up? Ricky Lambert, Kate Galt, Alan Hurd. You still grinning inside about the Tomlin comments. Oh, I'd be so fired up. Danny Labley. Jimmy Tate, plausibility of Billy Napier becoming the LSU coach. Jimmy, I think it's plausible. I'm not sure I would say it's probable, but plausible. Jimmy Babin, tomorrow score 156-127. Got a basketball game, huh? Charlie Cavell, Sam Jobert. What's up, Sam Jobert? Good morning. Hope you're doing great. One of the most talented voice guys I know, Sam Jobert. Blake Anthony Brignac watched the ULL game last night. At least Napier's game management down. Yeah. Might have Billy Napier on AFR tomorrow. That conversation was begun last night. And maybe we'll have Billy Napier. And if Billy Napier does come on AFR, I will tell you point blank that I am asking him point blank. And I will make this known to him before he comes on my show. If you come on my show, I'm going to ask you point blank, do you have interest in the LSU job? Kelly Presley, good morning. Blake Brignac, that was very impressive. I'm not on the Napier train as coach. Give credit where it's due. There's a lot of people that respect Napier, I'm telling you. And there's a lot of people in Tuscaloosa that would be fearful of Napier becoming the LSU coach. I don't know that that's going to happen, though. Clark, Tiger Davis, Drew Hurst, what's up? Brooke Bordeaux, Ray Wright, what's up, Ray Wright? Will Mike Tomlin be committed to the stress and time involved with recruiting, in your opinion? I don't know, Ray. I don't know, brother. I know nothing. I mean, I know nothing personal about Mike Tomlin. I just know what I've seen throughout the years. But, man, you can hire great recruiters on staff. Will Myers, morning, Matt. When is Elon's endorsement of Gamecoin coming? That'd be huge. Kevin J, I don't care about the color of someone's skin. I just want the best qualified candidate. Mel Tucker, no. Now Mike Tomlin, OMG, yes. I'm not as opposed to Mel Tucker just because of people that I really respect who are within the coaching profession who have raved about him, which makes me go, okay. And the other part of it, too, is I'm just much less on edge about this hire than I was 6 years ago because you're 6 years further removed. You've won another national championship. I mean, Ed and Les both won natties. I mean, I just feel like you get a guy that can keep it on the tracks, you're gonna be fine. Chewy Gutierrez, RC's negotiated the contract with Tomlin. The funniest part of that, if y'all missed it, so RC came on, he talked about that. He's like, I'm not. He was like so adamant to say, I'm not saying I've talked to anyone with the Steelers. I've talked to no one at LSU. He was just like, if Tomlin were interested, LSU should make the push, was basically what he said. And so I went, put it on Twitter, y'all. RC said Mike Tomlin's going to be the head coach. He's like, I did not say that. So I was like, he said slap a priest, whatever. Anyway, and so he tweets, y'all, Matt Scone is lying. Well, with no context, his 250,000 Twitter followers see that, and so the mentions were just a disaster. My mentions yesterday were a disaster. He got me back for sure. Let's see. Trey Allen Mitchell, good morning. Hugh Freeze. I do not believe it'll be Hugh Freeze, no. Steve Colson, no Matt Corral. Tigers upset Rebels 27-24. Ogeron rips his shirt off, runs to the Grove. Kiffin cries knowing he lost the LSU job. Woodward already has his man. That is a fun narrative. Dylan Landry, Darren Straw, Adam Miller out for the season. Talked about that yesterday, Darren. I picked him to be a Final Four team. A big part of that was because I knew Adam Miller was going to be a dynamite scorer this year, and not having him really hurts. Brian and Andy Penton, good morning. John Hilburn, Kevin Sparks. How long have you been practicing that dance? Not at all. I just sort of made it up here. Brian Broom, good morning. Josh Higgins, Michigan State football is not that bad. Cade Galt was Mike Tomlin, a college coach before. I think he was with the Vikings before he got the like his DC before he got the head coaching job in Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin, before he started his career at VMI, then as a wide receivers coach, grad assistant at Memphis, wide receivers coach at Arkansas State for 2 years, then Cincinnati for 2 years. Then he went to the Bucks, the Vikings, and then Steelers head coach. So yes, he has college experience. Where are we? Only got a few more minutes, y'all. My apologies. Yeah, man. Brady Smith said, I had no idea Mike Tomlin was so young. Yeah, man. He got the Steelers head coaching job at 34 years old. Spurge, what's up? Good morning. Jeffrey Bone. Matt, do you think of a possible Catholic Brother Martin showdown at Tulane in December? Fine by me, man. Let's do it. I mean, we see that game every year because the playoffs are like 6 teams. Michael Mills, Matt, if Scott goes second tier, would Napier be in front of Mel? I don't think Mel Tucker would be second tier. And I think, from my understanding, that Jamie Chadwell from Coastal would actually be in front of Napier. But I don't know that that's the best decision. Let's see. Aslan Zadine. Morning, Matt. Joining the show from Malaysia. 8:47 p.m. Go Tigers. Boom. Thank you so much for watching. We are international Scone now. Stephen Miller, what's up, man? Tucker's held 13 titles in 20 years. He's moved a bunch, man. I kind of like Nick Saban before he got to Alabama. Jacob Hibbard, Brian Greer. Love that game coin. Trivia. Come on, Matt. I don't live in Louisiana. Stop it. What did I do? Whose offseason injury mismanagement should we be more frustrated with, Zion or Mike Thomas? Mike Thomas. Because the Pels really don't have much of an expectation. The Saints do. And Thomas's thing was completely preventable. Kyle DeVille. Spurge Toby is the shit. That would be Mr. Toby Tomplin, who did the Hudco Roofing jingle. Kevin Boudreaux, good morning from Goldsboro, North Carolina. Mag Daddy Donk, what's up? I'd like to see an offensive head coach. I think if you have a defensive-minded head coach, as long as you hire a good OC and give them the reins, you're fine. Let's see. Final prediction, Matt. Is LSU going to lose tomorrow, yes or no? I'm going to say yes. I've been picking Ole Miss in this game since the summer. No reason to change now. Sam Cosby, can Ryan Clark now be considered an intermediary for Tomlin? Not exactly, but I'd love it if he did. Stephen Miller, thoughts on the new regime coming in, keeping or removing athletic training, strength and conditioning program at LSU currently? What'll be interesting, Stephen, is if that is the new coach's decision, or if that's a decision that will be made by Scott Woodward if he wants to bring in a completely new staff. Now, if you're talking about like training, like athletic training, I mean, like Jack Marucci and Bo Lowry and Shelley, they're not going anywhere. I would be fall over stunned. Like they're not going anywhere. I know everyone's curious about Tommy Moffitt and the rest of the strength staff. I'll put it to you this way. If it's Mel Tucker, I think they're all retained. Mel Tucker was here with Moffitt when Saban was hired, and was at Alabama when Nick tried to hire Tommy away several times. So I think that's something worth considering. But it's a good question. If whoever the new coach is came in and wanted their own strength staff, I mean, I think it's their prerogative. I would hate to see it, but just candidly answer the question. Let's see. Jay Deloney, what's up? Stephen, good morning from Auburn. Boston, Michigan State alum. Has not been convinced by Mel Tucker. Says he can call plays, but has a lot of game management issues. Burning TOs, not burning clock, etc. Well, no disrespect, Stephen, but I would take the opinion of people I trust within the coaching profession over your boss. I mean, no disrespect to your boss, but for what it's worth. All right. Oh, it is 7. I got to go. I'm sorry, y'all. I know tons of... Lenny Rodrigue, what's up? John Webb, Kelly Grosdon, Jolibois, Brian Lill, good morning. Shelby Kelly, what's up? My apologies for everyone that I've missed. I got to go. Got to get Drew ready for school. Thanks so much, as always, for watching, y'all. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, like the page, share the post. Brock Rock and Wine a week from Saturday. Tickets at brortho.com. Hudco Roofing. Do business with someone you know. You can email me directly, matt@hudcoroofing.com. And YouTube's 143 on YouTube. Smash that like button. Only 46 likes. Okay. Y'all have an awesome day. Thanks so much for being here. Locked on LSU coming up. AFR at 3. Peace. We'll see you.